Do you know somebody with amniotic band syndrome? Or is perhaps an upper arm amputee? I might be able to help. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a prosthetics expert, nor am I an engineer, but I do have a 3D printer. I bought a 3D printer a couple of years ago for a specific design project, never realizing the journey that it would take me on. I've had the opportunity to work with some engineers, other designers, and people with no experience in any of these fields, to work on some amazing projects. Take, for instance, my barber, Keith. I was telling Keith about my foray into 3D printing when I first got my machine. Now, Keith's a great barber, but he's not big on technology. Though he did tell me about an idea he had for a comb. He reckoned it could save time on particular razor cuts. Time is money, particularly for a busy barber like Keith. So we set to work. He told me his ideas. I researched them, drew them up, and 3D modeled them. After some back and forth, we realized his ideas, albeit with some materials limitations, but they were there. Then I had a request from a gentleman who asked me to replicate his head. So his girlfriend could keep it on the table. It's a reminder of him because he traveled a lot. So with all this stuff going on online and all the information I'm processing about 3D printing, I came across this article about a charity in the US that was inspired by two men who came together to design and build a prosthetic device for a young boy. Then they gave the designs away for free. The charity is called Enable. It's a web-based community. It's made up of makers, designers, tinkerers, engineers, even Boy Scouts groups. They design and build 3D printed hands and give them away for free. I was intrigued, and basically the natural curiosity of whether my machine could actually do what these guys were doing. So I applied to the foundation. I got to build a test hand and was immediately blown away by its capabilities. So how the hand works. The hand flexes, like so. And basically the user needs approximately 30 degrees of motion to power the hand. Tendons run from the fingers through the device and terminate here at tensioner block. The hands are brought back to rest by elastics, in this case dental bands. But a 3D printed hand is just a piece of plastic. In order to appreciate the magic, you have to put a person behind it. And I got that opportunity last year when I was contacted to produce a device for a young lady in Cork. And then the task dawned on me. What if it didn't work? What if she didn't like it? What am I doing? But I took a deep breath. I took a couple of deep breaths. And I bumbled on. Printing parts, reprinting parts, printing them again the correct way. Some devices can take between 5 to 30 hours to produce. This took probably about 12. Then I spent a couple of days assembling the device. My biggest bugbear is big hands and small knots. But then eventually it was finished. I looked at it, and I examined it, and I checked it and looked at it, and then I finally got the courage to send it. And then all the fears and doubts came back again. After 2 days, I got an email with some photographs and a picture of a young girl excitedly unwrapping the box, her smiling as she's trying on her new hand, laughing as she lifts a drinks can for the first time. Amazing. Her grandmother cried. People I showed pictures to wept. I might have got something in my eye as well. I don't know. It's incredible. But now we have the option where a child can replace the device because they've outgrown it. Or because now Batman is in and Iron Man's out this season. Not only for children, but adults. is the issue of affordability. Regular prosthetics can cost anywhere from thousands to tens of thousands to produce. This costs less than €50. With its simple design and easy assembly, these devices can also be dropped into underdeveloped areas of the world. And for me, I get the chance to indulge. An awful lot of designs are basically based on, for kids, superheroes and superhero-themed hands, football teams. It's great as a designer. But another perspective, there was a lady I was talking to who wants a device made, and she told me she just needs it as a tool to help her ride her bicycle better. She's coped well over the last 46 years, but just needs an enhanced way of getting better balance while she cycles. So my mum asks, what's it like? And how does it feel? It's both bizarre and brilliant. It's bizarre when you find yourself a weekend saying, I'll skip the pub tonight, I'm going home to make a hand for somebody. The bizarre part is actually making a hand, not skipping the pub, especially if you know me. The brilliant part is when you see your work reflected in a child's eyes. Now, when you think that a messer like me can do something like this, I'm not working in a lab. We're working in basements, garages, some of us in our living rooms. We're using machines that cost less than €500. If you want to do something amazing, buy a 3D printer. If you want to do something really amazing, contact enablingthefuture.org. Thank you.